Hello, hello. I am so glad you are here watching this video with me and Suzanne Hanna. She and I are going to Bali for the Journey to Stillness. This is a retreat of Suzanne's that I am lucky enough to be co-facilitating. And we wanted to pop in and talk about the retreat and show you some pretty pictures and invite you to learn more and apply to join us in Bali. Okay, so Suzanne and I collaborated on another one of her retreats in July 2019. We went to Alaska. So we were looking at snow-capped Denali. It was amazing. This March, starting March 25th, we are going to be circling up with 14 other amazing beings in Bali. Oh my gosh, you guys. It's going to be amazing. It's called The Journey to Stillness. So I'm going to share some images and allow Suzanne to elaborate a little bit on this retreat. So Suzanne, talk to me about like your inspiration to create Journey to Stillness. And I'm going to move over to that cool map that we talked about earlier.
Yeah. So, well, hello, everybody. I'm Suzanne Hanna, and I am a licensed psychotherapist. I'm a shadow worker. I have two amazing pups and live in the Colorado mountains. But one of my favorite things to do is immersive shadow work. And what that means for those of you who may not know is that basically I work with both the light and the dark shadow, or what we call the golden and the dark shadow. And when Whitney and I went to Alaska, we went on a journey from Fear to Freedom, which is working more with the darker parts of ourselves and the darker aspects of the shadow. And the Journey to Stillness is more of the golden shadow or more of the lighter aspects of ourselves, which we're super excited to do. So the way that the journey works is that there is actually an 11-day virtual portion of the journey that starts on March 12th. Then we lead into a retreat. There's 3 90-minute coaching calls that we do. And in a 3-week span of time, your life will change, period. I know it sounds incredible, but it will. And part of the Journey to Stillness is we created this map to allow you to see some of the phases that we will be moving through within the golden shadow. So I want you to think of the golden shadow of all the places within yourselves that you've repressed and denied. That's part of your power and your light. So that may be things like your purpose and your talents and your truth and your power and your wisdom and your intuition and all of these other things that sometimes get repressed for multiple reasons because of different experiences and different. Simple, we claiming our self-worth, expressing and owning our truth, intentional action and self-trust, self-responsibility and personal power, releasing regret and embodying lessons, self-compassion and faith, forgiveness, honoring your gifts, and alignment and manifestation. It's a lot to do in a short period of time, but all of these overlap, and you will see that through an experiential process that you can actually touch in and tap into each of these parts of yourselves in a really potent and powerful way.
What I love about this is, and this has been a huge part of my personal journey. When I left my marriage in 2012, I had to untangle myself from that relationship that inherently, and he's my greatest teacher, right? But inherently he was resentful of my joy. So I had to dim my light constantly, and that rippled out in many more ways than just in that personal relationship. So I had some amazing teachers show up, friends as well as mentors, explaining to me the light coming through me, the energy coming through me. And that was really hard to process when I was still in this predominantly ego-centered perspective, which is the way we were all raised. It's the way the predominant worldview is. So for me, taking back like going into that golden shadow and really understanding that I am truly like the vehicle, and that I can follow my authentic desires and inspiration and the way I move and speak and act in the world. It was a game changer. So it reminds me of that quote by Marianne Williamson, that we're actually not as afraid of failure as we are of success, of our greatness, right?
Yes.
We're not as afraid to fail as we are to be great.
Right.
And so this is stepping into your greatness, which right now we need as many people who are motivated by their heart and their purpose and spirit, stepping into their power and into their greatness. And the cool thing about it, at least from my perspective, Suzanne and I haven't talked about this, but is that it's really like a letting go. It's kind of a getting out of your own way, and you end up accessing more support, more help, like more energy, because you're not blocking this, like, oh, I can't do that. I'm not good at this. I could never. You just surrender, and it comes through you, and it is makes life this pretty interesting adventure.
Yeah.
So I'm super excited for this, and we're already visualizing some beautiful mandala art to help us really meditate on these different aspects.
Yeah, and I will also just add, because Whitney, that is absolutely, absolutely perfect. Because here's the thing, the reason why we fear our light more than our dark is because there's been times in our lives where we have been told not to shine too brightly. We've been told, who do you think you are? We've been told that we don't want people to be uncomfortable around us. We don't want people to be jealous of us. We don't want to lose people in the process. We don't want to be judged, all of those things. And so what we do is we repress and we suppress these parts of ourselves. And then what ends up happening is while we're suppressing this, we also suppress our aliveness. And so we end up going through life feeling very numb. And one of the things that I love, love, love about Whitney is that just being in her energy and her presence, you can feel her aliveness. And this is something that we want for everybody to be able to experience passion, true aliveness, true intention, true alignment, so that you can actually live in a way that feels congruent, as opposed to living your life according to what other people want you to do.
Yes, yes, yes. Oh my gosh. Okay, and so we got to show you the pretty pictures where we're going to be doing this, okay? Where we're going to be journeying.
And Bali is the perfect place to be doing this for several reasons. One is it is a potent portal. It is also an incredible sacred space. It allows for all types of vortex energy to come through. So this place was picked very, very intentionally. The other thing that's really important is that the Balinese people are very gifted in their healing modalities. In fact, we're going to be working with some Balinese healers, as well as the stuff that we're going to be doing, and doing a lot of ritual, a lot of ceremony, really getting into these aspects of ourselves in a much bigger and more powerful way. So who doesn't want to take a tub in rose petals? I mean, come on.
This is the retreat center that we will have exclusively to ourselves. 14 of you, Suzanne and I. Look at this place. It is magical. There's the ocean, right? Let's see. Okay, ocean, beautiful pool, all of this to ourselves. The other thing that I've just become aware of as well, but not really aware of, but actually read somewhere, that to have truly transformational experiences, you are highly facilitated by removing yourself from your normal, right? Getting out of the routine, away from familiar people, relationships, activities. So going to Bali just expands the potency of the transformation that you're going to experience, which is going to guide you into greater alignment with your golden light. So,
which is one of the reasons
no
why
way that sucks.
Right. Which is one of the reasons why I say to people, you really need to go on an adventure. And everybody says, oh, yeah, I want to go on an adventure. I want to do a trip of a lifetime, but we never really give ourselves full permission to do that. So here's an opportunity for you to give yourself full permission to choose you and to come on a journey of a lifetime. And both Whitney and I can promise you, you will not leave this experience the same, because I truly believe, and I know Whitney's experienced my work, I've experienced her work, know the potency of what we can create together. So we invite you, if this resonates, and I will say, that if you are moving through any type of transition in your life, whether internal transition, great for people going through a midlife journey, anyone who feels like they're going through an external transition, whether it's through a divorce or a relationship or career or any of that, those are the most important times to say yes, because the great thing about it is because you're intuitively, your body is already preparing you for change, right? It's preparing you for change. So that's a great time to be taking the leap.
So in the information below, I have the link to the website here that has as well images and more details. There is an application. You do get to speak to Suzanne one-on-one just to answer any questions. So you will know, like you know, that you are meant to be in Bali. So click the link below to thewildernesswalk.com to connect with the Journey of Stillness, to read through the information. It starts March 25th, ends April 1st.
It starts March 12th.
March,
So there's a virtual
right,
journey
well,
that starts March 12th. The physical journey in Bali starts March 25th.
you can watch this video from Floating Leaf on here. So yeah, we are really excited to circle up with you in Bali, tap into this beautiful part of Mother Earth that is clearly being preserved for these kinds of activations and transformations, right?
Yeah.
I have not been to Bali yet, so I am really excited. Suzanne, thank you for inviting me to Journey to Stillness in Bali.
I am very excited because I know the potency of our work combined and together, how we can do that between shadow work and expressive arts. It's just all so potent. And I will say, just to let people know, that there are payment plans available, so don't make that a barrier, because that's part of your shadow. So I hope to see you there, hope to play with you in Bali and to tap into your golden shadow.
I love it. All right. Thank you for watching, and click the
Thanks,
link.
everybody.
Check it out. Stay open. Mwah. Bye.
Mwah.